Floor level, -2. Warehouse and parking lot.
This place looks pretty big. Pretty big indeed. Alright, well, let's start talking to people then. I'm sure they'll have interesting things to tell me. Jack Anoda. The technician brushes you off. Just don't distract me. If I make a mistake, the elevator will fall to the bottom of the shaft, for fuck's sake. You don't want that, do you? Yeah, no one wants that. Well, I'm not on the elevator right now, so I don't really mind. What the hell's that sound? A small dark-haired woman... Oh, literally only take a few minutes. A small dark-haired woman carrying a huge wrench squints up at you from under the bright ceiling lamps. She extends a soft, pale hand with neat fingernails. Doesn't quite sound like an engineer. I'm Natasha Davenport, air conditioning technician. Can you lift me up? I need to get into the ventilation system. Clear. Oh, so if I had the captures, I could do something else. Hoist her up, I guess. Give it the old colleague try, but you're not strong enough. Natasha sighs in disappointment. There are drugs for muscle growth. Just saying, they might help. That's a weird reason to take drugs when you could just get a box. Sounds like rustling paper more than these guys actually walking. I can loot a lot of these things. Oh, that's broken. Lovely. Blank soap. Kills up to 99% of bacteria. Maybe these guys should get better regulation trousers, seeing as they seem to be rubbing together constantly as these people walk. Hello, Mr. Moreau. You're making quite the sound. A sinewy guard with a face bronzed by the sun turns his mirror shades in your direction. You look down at his badge. Stephen Moreau, security officer level 2. Move away. Todor Zagorski. The man looks at the box and slowly writes something on his tablet, his mouth opening and closing with the intensity of his concentration. Which I better definitely not distract by shouting out random numbers. Warehouse, so I guess I can't get past this guy, can I? Already searched it, haven't I? Yep. The storekeeper, Calvin McPherson, is leaning against the shelf, looking bored. He perks up when he sees you and raises his hand for a high five. Give him a high... Is he going to pull it away from me? Give him a high five. You return the gesture with a satisfying clap on Calvin's outstretched hand. Storekeeper gives you a thumbs up. You're my kind of person. Okay, let's get down to business. I wonder how he'd react if I was an orange. So you came for... No, ask about the souvenir, the helm of the first settlers. Calvin looks you over with evident interest. Wow, you know, people who bought bonds don't often end up under the dome. In fact, I think they're actually less likely to end up here than other people. Maybe they think they've helped enough already. Sorry, I get a bit distracted there. The helm, you say? Calvin takes a box from the nearest shelf and puts it on the counter in front of you. You pull back the cardboard flaps and look inside. The helmet, nestled amid balls of crumpled packing paper, really does look grand. The surface is mirror-like in golden chrome, with a large C.R.O.N.U.S emblem above the visor, and a velvety red interior lining. Ooh, soft. Calvin quietly clicks his tongue. Damn it, why didn't I buy bonds? Take it, it's yours. How else can I help? Blurt out a joke. Blurt out... Yeah. That does look like a cool helmet, actually. Fewer than 1,000 of these limited edition helmets were produced at the beginning of 1976. These keepsakes, honouring the 5th anniversary of the first expedition under the dome, were presented to those who supported the C.R.O.N.U.S research program by buying bonds in its first years of operation. It does give quite a bit of stuff. Quite a lot more than that, for example. I'm assuming it'll be eclipsed eventually. Oh, I really like the look at that respirator. That looks really cool. Oh. I guess I've already asked him to battle with me. Say that I came for the equipment. Calvin probingly eyes your jumpsuit. I mean, you don't look like you're ready for the desert. Let me explain. Calvin solemnly gestures at the package on the table. According to the rules, I should give you a short briefing, but technically it is optional. I'm ready to hear it. McPherson assumes a lecturer's pose. A basic field kit, the uniform, is issued to employees every 2 years. If any part of the kit is defective or gets damaged for reasons beyond the employee's control, the company will pay for a replacement. He opens the package. Introducing the Silver Wing Kit. Ta-da! So what do we have here? A silvery white jacket, shoes, a skirt, or pants depending on gender. Well, so this is the 70s, I guess. A black skirt, a black shirt, and a skinny necktie. According to the rules, it should be tied with a Windsor knot. That's how I do things. Calvin cranes his neck to show off his tie, which I can just about see on the picture. Calvin returns the items to the package and hands it back to you. What else? Ah, yes. They don't give out weapons in the warehouse. Go to the armory on level -3. And another thing. He rests his hands on the package. Gloves and headgear are not included, but I strongly recommend purchasing those. Then you'll have adequate protection from the dust, sunlight, radiation, and other hazards. Where will one make such a purchase? Why, right here, of course, from me. Take your things, thank him, and move away. Ah, couldn't ask him about a joke. Oh, there we go. Blurt out a joke. Sorry, our 90% off weapon sale ended just half an hour ago. What are you looking for? Blurt out a joke. You wave Calvin over and he hovers over you, facetiously putting a hand to his ear. A joke, you say? Come on with it then. Ask for a nuke. Jesus Christ. Ask for a cheeseburger and fries of root beer. Calvin pauses for a moment, thinking of a reply. At this hour, we're only taking drive-thru orders. Come back in your car and I'll help you out. I don't know whether I should ask for a nuke or not. Could you made with forefathers technology? The storekeeper throws up his hands at the smirk. No problem. By the way, our boss takes it to the bathroom. No idea why, but I thought you should know. Ask for a nuke. The person suspects at your joke. Sorry, Feudal's in charge of the rockets and he's not on the ship. Say goodbye and go. Right, let's equip my swanky new gear. Ah, so that's my proper stuff. Office kit. Equip. Equip. That's gonna look really weird with this like combined outfit, isn't it? Leather shoes. And my worker slacks. I look half normal almost. As normal as I can, I guess, anyway. And I guess I can't get into the other places, can I? No. I assume you wouldn't have anything to say anyway. Aha, another silver. Will these people talk to me actually now that I've got my stuff? Oh. I'll talk to it first. Nope. Oh yeah, Rasmussen. A woman in an administrator's uniform is looking around. Hello, fellow Silverwing member. Clearly lost. As you get closer, you read her badge. Oh yeah, Rasmussen, trainee administrator. She begins to speak in a strong Scandinavian accent. Listen, can you help me? The oranges are skipping work. They are unpleasant people, and I am afraid to talk to them. What do you have to say? I apologise to any Scandinavian people who may be listening to this. Agree to help. Oh yeah, opens the folder and rifles through the pages. Let's see. Their names are Erwin Immelman and Theodore Larry. Svetlov and McPherson are expecting them. Let them know. Move away. Theodore Larry. Not Larry even. So it's not Davenport. And Erwin Immelman. Like the maneuver. Oh. There's a box I haven't looted. Will you please talk with them? That's more German, isn't it, than Scandinavian, actually? Is it him? No, I can't seem to select him anyway. Random stuff. I'm going to run out of inventory pretty quick. Just finished. Smells like damp and rat droppings from under the floor. Well, I can see stuff moving around, can't I? Eee. Pavel Svetlov. Ah, so Svetlov is waiting for the other guy. Where's that vehicle? That looks pretty cool, actually. Truck's truck. An orange truck with an illegible license plate and fogged over headlights. It looks like a piece of junk, but then again, so do all the trucks coming off the Truck's assembly line. I shall do that in a second. I'm going to ask Svetlov about this first, I guess. Judging by the grease-stained blue uniform, you're looking at one of the mechanics responsible for preparing equipment for missions. He's looking gloomily at the orange truck. The mechanic looks up at you. What do you think? I'm going to ask you for help and you're going to go, yes sir, right away and fix everything? Well, fuck you. Fuck you twice. Ask about Immelman? Just see what you have to say. Mechanical repair kit. So vehicles probably do have more of a presence in this than they do in Atom. Ask about Immelman. The blue scales. Ah, this one. He's always skipping out on work. I made a record of his absences, and I'm going to see Kingsley soon. He'll probably be assigned to a punishment cell, and in my opinion, he's got it coming. The mechanic takes a little black notebook out of his pocket and shakes it in front of your face. Find out what's wrong with the truck. The technician theatrically throws his hands in the air. How should I know? What am I? I'm a cat? He stops and scratches his head. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's broke. All MM's machines are either broken down or about to break down. The blue spits. So avoid those when getting a car, but it does look pretty cool, and I do have a sweet spot for tracked vehicles. Especially half-tracks. Jesus, if there's a half-track, I'll be on it in a second. Right, it looks like it'll never work again. Look beneath the chassis. I'll do that one last. You look under the car. Oil is dripping from the gearbox gasket. Its consistency is closer to mud than lubricant. Under the hood. The orange hood is covered in dirty fingerprints. It seems like this car has spent more time in a repair bay than on the road. You open the hood and take a look at the engine. It's covered in oily sand. Jesus. Kick the track plates? You look like a real expert at kicking the track plates. Surprisingly, the car is no closer to running than it was before. I probably have a sore foot. At least it didn't take off a HP point, because that would be a lot, seeing as there are very few in my character. And thoughtfully touch the dents on the body of the machine. The side panel of the truck seems to be loose, just as if it were warped by a pox. The wavy tracks are a sign of constant overheating, and the red speckled dents are probably from stones flying up into the side. You close your eyes and a picture appears in your head. A yellow desert with orange tractors crawling hither and yon. Something dark rises in the background. It clouds the sky, flashing greenish lightning. The vision dissolves too quickly for you to guess what it is. Oh shit! So if I have like a higher psyche, I can actually get like psychic stuff? Oh, that's really cool. Move away. So is that because I didn't have the relevant skill then? Let's see what I can say to them. What's wrong with the truck? I don't really know. Damn it. Oh well. Another playthrough, I guess. Wait, can I get in there? An unremarkable Jupiter moon covered with a thin layer of desert rust is parked in the repair bay. Look in the window. You look inside. The interior of the car is upholstered greyish blue. Empty cans of seltzer perch on the slightly scuffed seats. Open the door and get in. You plop down into the soft seat. The car smells like gasoline. This warm, familiar odour is coupled with that of a vaguely familiar chemical. I don't think that's a good smell. Examine the dashboard. Should it find out why it smells before I start messing about in it? Nah, what's the worst that could happen? Look in the drive. I just don't want... What if I start the engine, actually? I'm going to say, because I'm fairly sure starting the engine is going to cause it to explode. Start the engine? No, we'll see it last. Look at the driver's side mirror. In the reflection, you see a slice of the rear fender and a small car covered with a tarp behind you. Look in the back seat. The back seat is covered with clothes. You see a few dank smelling shirts, a light jacket, and a silver winged blazer. There's a little bag under the blazer. You find a container of anti-rads and yet another can of soda in the bag. You decide to keep the loot. Why not? Examine the dashboard. There's nothing unremarkable about the dashboard. The odometer reads 86,012 miles, which I reckon is quite a fair distance for a 76 vehicle on this weird terrain, with radiation and that. Look in the glove compartment. All you find in the glove compartment are a couple of old magazines and a home road map. Start the engine? You turn the key, the interior of the car is filled with the quiet rhythmic rumble of the engine. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice other people in the repair bay have stopped working to observe you. Turn off the engine and get out of the car. Put the seatbelt on. You put the seatbelt securely in place. It's a good habit, way better than stealing other people's cars. And turn off the engine. Right. Will you have anything to say about that? I was waiting for it to explode, to be honest. Move away. Try and figure out what smells. Oh, look at... Oh, looks in the backseat. Yeah. Try and figure out why it smells. You give a few probing sniffs and are rewarded with a sharp and fumy smell like power steering fluid. And as if it soaks into the interior, that means the power steering is shot. No wonder it's in the repair bay. Out of the car. It's going to be a tough bitch to move. I still can't do anything with that. Ah well. Oh, can I scan it there? Oh no, just examine. A diesel truck for transportation of research groups in bulk cargo. It breaks down, rots, and eats tons of oil. Jesus. Why are they using these things? And you can't even say nothing because they got nothing better, because it sounds like they got a lot of better things. What's that sound? What is that? Oh, a person getting electrocuted. Don't touch wiring. Is it the terminal? I guess. Cargo door. Just randomly in these boxes. And another one of those beautiful, reliable machines. Okay, Mr. Carson. There's some sweet shade you got. The loading dock is overwhelmed with the constant noise of giant machinery. A grungy mechanic in oversized headphones waves you over. Where are you going? Departures? That's a gate 3. This is boarding. That's where it's work. A technician slaps his headphone with both hands. It seems he can barely hear you. My work? Well, my work's easy peasy. My main goal is to maintain the elevator running. And that's it. Otherwise, you're free to do whatever you want. Dream job, I tell you. The loading zone terminal is dusty and fingerprint smeared. Yellow lines glow through the thin screen. Move away. Oh, they're banging on the door. Oh god, those guys are in power armor, right? Anyone on duty in there? Door thumps can be heard from behind the gates. The technician at the terminal pulls off his headphones and scans the area uneasily. Give me a break. I told you not to hammer on the door. It's a vehicle entrance. Listen to the voices coming from the other side. Standing up at the gate, you begin to distinguish what's being said. Open up! Open up the goddamn door! Repeats the unknown visitor between blows. Nothing else can be discerned, but it sounds like the man behind the gate is in full-on panic. The officer who's pacing the parapet above the loading dock stops and listens intently. I recognise that voice. Open the gate, it's Kepler. He went out on a mission this morning, a couple of hours before the storm warning. Did you hear me? Open that bloody door! The technician looks up at the Blackwing officer with extreme displeasure. I don't know about Kepler, but even if Joseph and the Holy Virgin were knocking, the door is automatic. What am I supposed to do? Break open the panel and knock out the fuse and pray it will spring open? And anyway, you're not from my department. What the hell do you get off ordering me around? Well, I don't have the tech or the muscle, but I do have the authority. Order him to open the gate. After all, as a Silvering employee, you have the authority to issue these kind of orders. The blue grimaces in frustration, but nods reluctantly. Okay, but remember, I'm the one who has to answer for it. Well, I'm sure you can refer them through to me. The technician looks at you in Moreau again. He sighs, lifts up a panel, pulls out a fuse from amidst the mess of cables inside and presses a button. Rumbling and scraping, the massive door begins to shift upwards. Ah, they look really goddamn cool. By the strobe of flashing scarlet light, you see two huge figures in Blackwing's servo shell. One of the fighters is wounded, and the second is lugging him along with great effort. Duty officer, dispatcher, code 21. Code 21, get a doctor. Having dragged the wounded man to a garage, the fighter props him up by a wall and falls down exhausted nearby. A doctor, stat. The chest plate of his armour is covered with a thick layer of desert dust, but the surname Kepler stamped on one side is still readable. He tears off his helmet and hangs his sweaty head under the stream of cold air flowing out of the air conditioner. You shift your gaze to the wounded man. His crushed, lacerated armour is covered in blood and hydraulic fluid. There are no bullet holes. Judging from the abundance of blood the soldier is at death's door, any kind of unskilled interference may well kill him. I do have a med pack. Open the wounded soldier's armor and drag him out. They can't be comfortable in there. Use the injector. Searching through the pockets of your uniform, you find a Maximum medical injector, a sophisticated emergency first aid device. The black is fading rapidly. You remove his helmet, press the injector to the side of his neck and press a button. The soldier screams and his eyes open wide. He's fully conscious again. You don't have to wait long. A few minutes later, an old thin fellow in a white lab coat appears in the warehouse, accompanied by two gloomy-looking oranges and a technician. The blue deals with the armor's locks easily. After evaluating the victim's status, the doctor injects a few cc's of painkiller into him, then steps aside to let the oranges through. The silent attendants load Holiday onto a gurney and roll him away. The doctor and technician leave shortly thereafter. Only you and Kepler are left standing beside the ruined servo shell. Huh. Don't touch it. Can I scan it? Nice. 6 C.R.O.N.U.S tech. Mark II servo shell manufactured to order by C.R.O.N.U.S and designed specifically for the dome's conditions. 280 kilos of armor, servos, and fine electronic components. Look how big it is. That's a lot bigger than like... Oh no, I guess it's about the same size as power armor and like Fallout and that. Kepler stands by the lacerated armor, staring vacantly into space. When you greet him, he turns and nods dully. Is Holiday going to be fine? He asks absent-mindedly, addressing no one in particular. Asking about the circumstance of his partner's injury. Kepler's expression grows serious. We signed an agreement. What happened there remains there. No discussing it. That's what I can tell you about Harley. For a moment, a smile creases Kepler's stern face. He loves wacky jokes and pizza. He scored high in all his training metrics, but his discipline is lax. Sometimes Charlie acts like a complete imbecile, but I couldn't care less. He's the best. I give my life for that dumbass. He adds. Move away. But no further information. I will find out about that expedition. Mark my words. Slight encumbrance. Oh yeah, I never checked the boot indicator. Oh, it's locked, that's fine. Can I potentially unlock it? Insufficient ability. Alright, I'm getting over encumbered here. I'm just going to... Am I a little bit hungry in that? Withering. Withering? What the hell's withering? Reduced body tone. It's weird.